Yo, what's up?
Oh my God, you're smart, bro. I just realized you was recording. You was doing also the YouTube video, the reaction.
Yeah, that was kind of my plan. Yeah,
You're smart. That's when I actually realized because he wasn't replying to my texts and chat.
yeah. I
Nah,
I
that's
forgot to disable the chat, so and I didn't even know where the chat was positioned. So that's
yeah.
kind of
I
gonna be
also
in the middle of the
noticed.
screen for a bit, but it really doesn't matter.
I
It really
also
doesn't
noticed
matter.
because the last text didn't pop up. Well, you're smart for that though. The Moko update seems interesting.
Yeah, like, but as I said, I feel like in general the game is just too overwhelming with the amount of content they have. Cause
I
like,
think it was too much content, but not you didn't really have no
no,
motivation to
but
play
like
it.
you get what I mean when you have like six different maps in a single chapter. And then you have like five dojos. Then you have
Yeah,
10 reefs, and then you have like five different PvP modes. And
yeah,
now,
I know the
now
meaning.
I'm supposed to follow on each one of those where I am to complete those quests because it's important for my progression. And I can't miss
Yeah,
on any of
facts.
those if I want to keep up my progression at a level
Yes,
that I can progress at the maximum amount. Now.
definitely, definitely. I didn't even really play dojos. I didn't
Yeah,
like them.
I didn't either because I just
I didn't even play PvP. PvP was a bit boring, but
because
PvP
the
will go a long way in the future.
Yeah, but the thing with dojos is like I feel like when you unlock them, you're a bit under level for like to beat them actually. And even if you can, you're not gonna be able to beat the time. So now you have that dojo and you have to wait to like upgrade a few levels and your weapons and everything, and then you have to know which ones those are to come back and finish them in less time to do the quests.
Yeah, exactly. But I like the way of the way of the updates or the way they're thinking. They aren't really rushing anything like they did with CM with Clash
Yeah,
Mini.
but like I like this new concept of like not actually launching the game globally,
Yeah, me too.
but not launching game in beta as well. So actually, players all around the world that are actually interested in playing the game can play the game. Um, so
I
like
think
you're
yeah,
not
you're right.
restricting the game to a certain area, and then someone
You're
from
right.
North
You're right.
America who wants to play can play the game.
You're definitely right, and I think they got that from CM. I think they learned from Clash
Yeah,
Mini, and that
definitely.
shows
I
the way
feel
that
like
they work.
I feel like if Clash Mini was in this stage for 2 years that it has been beta, it would have had way better chances than now.
Definitely. Because there was a lot of problem with payments. I think if you were from Europe or the countries it was released on, you couldn't even purchase a pass without a VPN or something like that.
Yeah, but also
So
you actually
definitely,
have players that are interested, right? So you actually see the more feedback for stuff.
yeah, exactly. They didn't get to see the full potential of the game. Exactly. But I like the way. I like also the dev team they have. I like the way they're working on Moko. It's really smart and it shows.
Yeah.
It shows.
I feel like the game has definitely potential, but they need some of the changes are crucial to making this game playable on daily basis.
Yeah, also I agree. But they're really working smart on it. I didn't accept it. I didn't expect it. Really smart.
Yeah. If you ask me, like the amount of chapters, I mean the amount of content you have in this first chapter that they released is the amount of content there should also now be with two chapters.
Yeah,
But not in a way that you should have this exact progression. You need to have more progression, but the amount of different dojos, maps, and reefs and PvP should now be the same with two chapters than it was with a single
exactly.
one.
Exactly. But I really think in the future PvP will go crazy on Moko. I really think it will carry the game if they do it actually good. It will carry the game 100%. Because
I
grinding all
think
the time is boring.
no,
Like PvE.
I slightly disagree with that. I feel like it's gonna be the main main thing in the game for competitive play. So,
Yeah,
for example, the casual players will play the game on the regular maps to just hunt monsters because that's actually the fun part of the game,
that's
and
the main
it al-
point.
it
Yeah,
it also gives you the most progression. But the players that are active are gonna complete that, and then gonna play the PvP because that's gonna be the
yeah.
competitive part of the game.
I really think PvP will go crazy on Moko in the next updates. If they actually do it good, I'm pretty sure it will go like really really good. Maybe Moko, maybe if they work as good as they're working now, maybe Moko will be the next big game of Supercell. Like actually big because it
I
has
think it
everything.
has
You
potential,
can play
but
by yourself.
I want to see that game on PC as well because I think it can do good.
On console too. On console maybe too, Xbox or PlayStation. I
Yeah,
really like the way they're working with Moko. It shows they learned from Clash Mini. It really shows.
like
But
I don't. Yeah,
I
go.
think Supercell also understood the maybe the mistake they did with Clash Mini, killing it. They never really got to see the full potential of Clash Mini.
Um,
They never really got to experience the full potential.
I mean,
Not Supercell, not us.
I feel like the Supercell generally wasn't really involved with what they're actually doing, because at the end of the day, the
Yeah.
decision to kill the game was on the team, not like
But
on
it
the
was on the
company.
team.
Yeah, each game, um, like the developer team takes all decision, including whether they kill the game or not. That's all on the developer team.
Oh, so the CEO has nothing to do with it.
No,
Oh, oh. But then what's the reason? What was the reason of death for Clash
I
Mini?
I guess they just like didn't think they can pull through. Like the game wasn't doing how they expected after 2 years and a bit more.
No, I
So
really understand though. I really like time goes by and I really start understanding why they killed it. It was a bunch of problems. They always
yeah,
rushed everything.
there were
Always rushed
problems
everything.
that shouldn't happen with a game like Clash Mini going on beta.
Not
Um,
not because of Clash Mini, but when you think of Supercell, you think of like big games, like
no, like
big games.
no. If you ask me, the biggest mistake they made was going beta too soon because
That's what I wanted to say.
they didn't have anyone who specializes in working on progression of the game. And as we saw, the progression was probably the main reason the game got killed at the end because they
Yeah,
made
I
so
know.
many changes and it never worked.
Right, right. They changed the economy like 3 or 4 times. That
Yeah,
people
and it
feel
never worked.
people are gonna feel scammed after a while. Why even play?
Yeah, and
People
then at
might
some
think they will
point it was
change it
too
again.
hard, and then a little bit later too easy, and like someone spent
At the
600
start,
dollars and got nothing out of
yeah,
it.
yeah. At the start, it was definitely crazy pay to win.
Yeah, and then it got easier, and then it got even harder, and then it became like pretty easy again.
Yeah, that was the problem. I don't really think they had like an actual plan of sitting down and talking like, what are we gonna do this month or next month? Because Frame was always not. He wasn't really active some months. He only posted like 2 or 3 times. He said like update delays or update comes out this date, then they delay it. I don't really think they actually they obviously worked on the game, but I don't think they did the best that they could do.
I mean, they're kind of improvising, if you ask me, but I mean, there's
Mm.
nothing we can really do. We'll see what happens now.
I'm back now.
Yeah, welcome
Somebody
back.
called me, but it definitely shows, and I feel that that's good that they learned from the Clash Mini mistakes. I hope they make it they make it into something better in the future of Supercell in general.
Yeah, I think like both Moko and Squadbusters both have huge potential, but both have
Squad
a
Busters.
certain no listen. Both games have a specific reason that is holding the game back a lot.
What do you
Squadbusters,
think is the problem with Squad Busters?
huh?
What do you think is the problem with Squad Busters?
I think Squadbusters need to have 200 characters.
200?
I think they need to add pretty much all the cards from both Clash of Clans, Clash Royale, and Brawl Stars.
You
I
think
think,
so?
and
But
and,
what
and
does that
then
bring to the game?
no, no, people play that game because they like all of the Supercell games. And
Hmm.
if those people won't see their favorite cards or characters like brawlers in the game,
Ah,
they
okay. They won't
they
feel like
kind of
attached to
won't
it.
won't even like want to try until that card comes.
I know what you
And
mean.
they haven't been releasing new characters at all. I mean, I get that I feel like
Mhm.
this change with heroes was key. Like the game feels a
Yeah,
ton better now than it used
more
to.
strategic also. Yeah, definitely. I've never really played a lot of Squad Busters. Only in the beginning. Then it was boring. But I saw that they made more sales this month or last
Yeah,
month.
I mean the game definitely feels better now, but they need more characters. And another thing, I think they really need to go wild with game modes because the main
Definitely.
problem the game has, besides not having all the characters, because that's it won't affect the gameplay. It's gonna affect more attracting players, but with the gameplay, it feels too repetitive. Even if you have Showdown
Definitely.
and dual Gem Grab and Gem Grab all play so similar that
Yeah.
it's just not enough. And
Yeah,
they
I
need
know.
to go really out of the box on making some changes that the game will feel actually so much different when you play. Like for example, Brawl Stars just released a MOBA game mode, which is
Who
completely out of the like anything they have done until now, and I think
who
it's
released
working
what?
out great.
What release? Who released what?
Brawl Stars released like a mobile game mode.
Did they?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it got out like literally yesterday or 2 days ago. I haven't
oh,
tried it yet, but I've heard like positive things from the community.
oh. But no. Also, the community is a key part of the games. Moko has a really good community, like a
Yeah,
really
Squad
good
Buster
one.
doesn't really have any community at all.
Squad, yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Squad Busters doesn't even really have one, but
Yeah,
I think it will never have one because
because
it's
it's
more of a,
mixing
like a
all
team
the other
game.
ones together, so
Yeah,
they kind of
yeah,
have a hard time forming one. That's true, yes.
yeah, yeah. That's I think that Squad Busters will never be like huge. I think it will end up being like something like Heyday or something.
I think it could do numbers because it's just the kind of a game that you would play when you just want to turn your brain off or you don't want to grind anything. So
Yeah, that's what
it's
I
like
meant.
it's a good secondary game. It's probably not going to be a
Yeah,
main game for anyone, but it's a secondary
definitely.
game that pretty much anyone can play.
Definitely, and I that's what I think Supercell maybe is doing wrong. They're aiming to like make the game like more strategic or the heroes update was a good one, but I don't
Yeah,
think they
I feel
should
no,
really.
I like that there is a bit more strategy involved. Um,
Yeah,
but
but Squad Busters doesn't need too much. I think it's okay right now. It
yeah,
doesn't need
I
like too
agree, I
much
agree.
strategy. That's why I think it
I
will
feel
never
like
be like a
it's
huge
fine now.
game.
Yeah, I think they should leave it like it is right now. They need to
Yeah,
focus on
yeah,
other stuff now. Because you know
definitely.
another thing I really like about this update on Squad Busters is like at first I wasn't a fan, but when I tested it out,
Hmm.
I figured out that it's actually an awesome change, and that's the fact that now you can have at most one of each character. Like you can fuse it 3 times, but you can have each character only like once.
Once, yeah.
And the reason why that is huge is because now you actually feel the effect of each individual character. So it feels like each character actually brings something unique to the game. Because what happened before was just like a mess. You had a ton of like different same characters, and like it you just didn't feel an effect from picking different characters. It kind of all felt the same. Um, and I feel like now it actually matters what you pick.
It definitely does, but I don't think Supercell should go the way to make the game like look entertaining. I don't think Squad Busters will ever pull like 1 million views of a video because it's not that type of game. It's like the chill game, like the
Yeah, yeah,
secondary game. I think that's what they should aim for. Make it a really really good top tier second game.
yeah. I mean, the game has a huge potential to be the game that has like 500 million players and all of them are casual, like pretty much no competitive
That's
play in
what
the
I
game,
mean.
which is
That's what I
not
mean.
bad for Supercell at all because usually the most revenue comes from casual players and making
Yeah.
esports is usually just a loss of money. So it's kind
Esports,
of
I don't think I don't think an esport team exists that they have made profit from like actually the game or something. They all make profit
no
from YouTube.
esports is just advertising. Esports can't make money.
Yeah, yeah, that. But it's good. It's good for an esport like, for an esport scene to exist in the game. But Squad Busters, it definitely does need one. If they update the game the way it needs to be updated, it will never need an esports game esports scene to carry it.
I just hope that they know that because if they'd ask me for advice, I just say like don't even think about it. Don't even try.
But you give good advice. You should definitely talk with the team. You give good advice.
I
Oh
don't
my
have the
god.
connection there, but like that's kind of my goal. I want to make some videos with actual feedback for the game because
You do that like that's something you have talent in the way you speak or the advice you give. It's really good advice. Like for the most things you said, I already knew, but I couldn't say it the same way as you did. You really have a good way in explaining things, like the problem, the solution. It's a really good way of explaining it. You should definitely find a contact or maybe upload videos on reviewing or telling
I
your
mean
opinion
that I,
about that.
I'll keep making videos and like at some point I feel like it's inevitable to grow, right? And at a certain size you become a Supercell creator and you have the access to talking with a team, right? So